Well, hey there, it's MarVeena. I wanted to welcome you to my Angel Q&A. Today in my video, I have some more ghost busting techniques. And in this video, we're going to focus on bringing in water and that element to help you clear out your house and to rebalance the energy and rebalance the template so that your house feels healthier and negative entities or negative thought forms or energies won't be able to set up home in your house. We never want to have entities and negative thought forms or lower level energies in our house because it can really create problems for anybody that's trying to live there, including your pets or your animals. So there are all sorts of ways that we can incorporate to remove ghosts or to remove entities. But when we want to think about protecting or clearing our house using the element of water, one of my favorite things to do is to pull in a little bit of the earth element in the form of salt. So I like to use the Himalayan pink sea salt, but any salt will work. And I also like to pull in sweetgrass and get yourself a cup of water and mix in your salt into your water, like say a tablespoonful of your sea salt, and then just use your sweetgrass, just dip it into the water, and you could just take that and just sprinkle it around the house. Especially you want to focus on the corners, under furniture, because negative entities and energies will gather up in the corners of your house and under furniture, under your bed, in closets. So go open the doors, go in the closets, shake your water salt mixture around. And just as you're walking through the house, you can do a prayer or some sort of a banishing. Just let your heart kind of lead you. Um, and for instance, you could just say, I call upon my angels of light who love me to help me incorporate and work with these elements of water and salt to clear out any ugly spirits or negative entities or energies from my house. And so be it, and so it is, and so it shall continue to be. So that is just a very simple blessing that you can pull from your own faith or from whatever sort of resonates into your heart. If there's different prayers that you feel are particularly kind of meaningful, like the Lord's Prayer or the 23rd Psalm, anything that just works for you, then incorporate that into your house clearing technique. There are several kind of thought processes on how to go about doing that. But what I do most often is I will start at the front door and I will work my way around in a clockwise direction and just go throughout the whole house and then come back to the front door. And I also like, hold on, I've got to get myself a drink of water. So I also like to open the windows and open the doors when I do that kind of ceremony. There are some people that really resonate to ceremony and they feel more comfortable when they have done like a full ceremony and they're using the candles and the different kind of ornamental things that go with ceremony. And there's other people that don't need as much. So follow what feels right to you. I I like a lot of ceremony and music and chanting and candles and crystals and incense and sage and smoke and smudge and all of the bells and whistles, because it just kind of makes my heart happy, and it makes me feel like I'm really doing something. But not everybody needs to have all of those bells and whistles. So do what works for you. There are so many ways that you can use water to balance your house and to help protect your home. A lot of people will have some sort of water feature right by their front door. So if you were walking into your house, that water feature would be on your right side. And yep, that's right. And then if you're walking out your back door, that water feature would be on your left. So that could be in like a little, like a water pond, or some type of water garden, or something that bubbles, like a little tank by your front door. These are great ways to work with the element of water and pull in that primordial essence of that powerful, powerful element. It really goes beyond what our ego has the scope to understand. But just trust me that the elements are powerful. Water is very primitive. It's very primordial. And we can draw on that even if our ego really doesn't get it or doesn't completely understand it. A great way to protect your house from psychic attack is to use the element of water in like either a fish tank or a water garden, and have fish in there. And especially when you can use numbers that are particularly powerful or meaningful to you, but a good universal lucky number of fish is 7. And so what they like to call on is 6 of the goldfish and 1 of them black. And if any of your fish die, then you want to go right to the store and get a replacement fish. And whenever you take out the fish that died, I think it's good to do a blessing for that little spirit, because fish are very sensitive to evil energies. And so if your house has suffered like a psychic attack, or a negative entity has found its way into your house, then a lot of times your animals will suffer first. Your cats are particularly sensitive. Your dogs are too, but fish are the most sensitive. Birds are very, very sensitive to negative entities. So if your animals get sick, or even if you get sick, or your children start to wet the bed at night, or they have nightmares, they can't sleep, they don't want to be in their bedroom by themselves, all of those are signs of either a psychic attack or a negative entity kind of setting up shop in your house. And none of that is desirable. But we can set up our fish ponds, and those are just great ways when they're very balanced and they're lush and they're vibrant and they're clean energy. And you have to do some work to keep them clean and to keep them tidy and everything. They're not just simple cures, but it's so important that we understand that we are, that part of our journey here is really stepping up our game and our understanding of ourself as a creator and a determiner, and taking charge of our own home. And when it doesn't feel comfortable, or the energy feels off, it's a part of our self-mastery to take what we know, or to meditate with our angels, and to pull ideas that we can use to change up that tide of energy, to shift the negativity, or to clear the template using the tools we have, like little aspects of the elements, just like your water and your salt and your sweetgrass, using simple tools that we have to change the dynamics of our house can shift the energy so that it feels more peaceful. And a peaceful template, a high vibrational home, is not conducive to negative entities. Like, there's no place for them to live in that. They require icky energy. And so just know that a simple cure to clear the template of your house is just to clean it, like a thorough soap and water cleaning. Touch all of the things in your house, clean all the walls, the floors, the windows, the furniture, everything. Touch it. And often you will intuitively, because your angels sort of give you a little nudge, whenever you pick up your stuff and you look at it and you're like, this has no place in my house anymore. It's not serving a purpose. And if it is not serving a purpose, either to something of beauty for you to look at, or something that's useful, or something that's important in your day-to-day life, then it's time to rethink its place there and to rehome it, give it to somebody that might need it, or sell it, or throw it away, or repurpose it. But if it's taking up space in your house and it is not in vibrational harmony with your current dreams and your goals, then it's probably going against them, and it might be sabotaging your new goals by sort of wrecking the energy and creating a weakness in the fabric of your home's template. And that opens the door to ghosts, earthbound spirits, or negative entities. So I wanted to give you a quick little cure using the element of water combined with the element of earth. If you need to go out of town, like you're going to a hotel or motel room or bed and breakfast or one of those B&B things, then I travel with little packets of salt. Just when you go to some of the fast food places, just get a handful of those little salt packets. And when you get to your hotel room, go in the bathroom, get one of those little cups of water and put your salt in there and dissolve it, and just go around the room and just use your fingers to sprinkle the salt water around the room, particularly around your bed. But I go all around the whole room because that helps to lift any lingering ugly energy that other people, they might have brought depression in that room. They might have brought suicidal tendencies. There's no telling what happened in those spaces, and you don't want to sleep in that leftover energy because it's not healthy for you. It's not restful. It could even open an avenue for those ugly spirits to want to latch on to you. So you always want to take some steps to clean out the energy of a room like that. So if you have an office at work or a cubicle, then you can discreetly, maybe before everybody else gets to work, you can kind of sprinkle some of the salt water around your cubicle or your office to kind of shift the energy and provide a little bit of a protective cocoon so that you can be at your most creative. Unfortunately, a lot of the things that we like to play with or work with or depend on can open avenues to entities like our cell phones. If you have the choice to not use 5G, then don't, because it is it's too aggressive. It is, I feel, harmful to your personal life force energy. It's very debilitating, but it's a strong current that ugly spirits can like ride that wave. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it, but I believe it. So, but our cables, our computers, they're just wired into the whole world. And just like malware and viruses can move through those systems, we can open ourselves up to being infiltrated by icky stuff. So take measures to protect yourself. If you start to feel bad because water, if there's too much water in your environment, then that is not healthy. You will not be able to feel your best. So you want to be mindful about the balance of the elements in your house of earth, air, fire, and water. Too much water energy can create havoc in your personal health, and in your house too. So homes that are on a body of water, like a lake or the ocean, if there's too much, and then it can create a, a template that is not in vibrational harmony with health, with well-being on any level. If that is the case, like you have too much water that is around your home, then you need to counteract that with other elements, especially like fire, but earth and air, in order to create more balance. So the greater your exposure is to an abundance of water, that means you're going to need to pull on some other elementals to balance things out. If you are not sure about like if it's too much or if it's not enough, sit down with your angels, hold it in your heart, your desire to have a home that's healthy and vibrant for you and supportive of your goals, to be able to rest peacefully at night, to feel healthy and strong and vibrant, to feel creative, to be a place where you can connect spiritually, where you can use all of your resources and really step into the sweet spot of your path. Ask your angels to help you understand where the template of your house is off, and to give you some ideas of what you might need to turn the template around. So there are times where simple things can do the trick, like we've talked about. And there are other times where, depending on how long things have been out of whack, you may need to take some stronger measures like soul clearing or house clearing with someone that understands how, to kind of get in there and address whatever negativity is around. Like if you have water under your house, like streams that are underground, then that can kind of disrupt and make it easier for entities to kind of set up shop in your house. And especially if you have like two streams that are crossing under your house, then that can really create a lot of negativity too. So there are, in that case, you really have to take some strong proactive measures to shift the template of your house so that it's more livable. So anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation today on ghost busting using the element of water. And if you have questions, you can leave them in the comments. The best way to get a hold of me is through my email, and that will be in my information there. And anyhow, I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you. I'm MarVeena. Bye-bye.